chance here for Huddersfield, which is swept in by Josh Karoma.
Flips this one in, goes to the far post. Naviyama with the goal.
Good evening, one and all. How are we all doing tonight? I did forget to take the overlay off there. Not a good start to the show, but it can only get better. Obviously, we are back for a match review show. Obviously, our game last night. Absolutely a really entertaining game once again. Really good to watch. And yeah, we're going to get into it. Obviously, we're going to take you through the game, and obviously, I'll share my thoughts and things, and do a few player ratings as well tonight. So yeah, looking forward to the show. Big up to everyone, and I hope you're all doing very well. I know I am actually after that huge win yesterday. It was wonderful, wasn't it? Aiden's in. He says hello, mate. Hope you're okay. Yeah, big up to you. Thank you for dropping in. And I am doing good actually. Obviously, good win yesterday. So we're happy, aren't we? We're happy. So yeah, but yeah, big up to you. Hope you're okay too. And Ollie's in. Hello there, Ollie. How are you doing, mate? Thank you for dropping in tonight. I appreciate that, as I appreciate everybody that comes onto the show and checks out my content, of course. But yeah, I mean, without further ado, let's get into it. Obviously, the starting lineup when it came out, I was kind of looking at it. I'm gonna put it up on screen now. It is a bit small, I know, but obviously Nichols started in goal. We did go with a 4-2-3-1, which obviously is kind of... I do like this formation, I really do. Obviously Pearson on the right. Balker obviously comes back into the side. Obviously Tom Lees as well partners him. And Brody Spencer, of course, on that left-hand side. And Matos, obviously in the CDM position there, alongside Kasumu. We've got Sorba Thomas on the left, Ben Wiles as the cam, and obviously Radone on the right, with Josh Karoma again asked to do the false 9 position. But yeah, I mean, this lineup, obviously we made 2 changes from the weekend. I think obviously Hoggy probably obviously a bit older now. He would have kind of struggled in terms of fitness-wise. Obviously, with, like I said, the intensity of that game of the weekend was massive. So obviously, it took his toll on Hoggy. So obviously he came out, and obviously Balk came in for Nakayama, who I feel like Nakayama struggled obviously against Southampton. He did get undone a few times. So obviously I kind of understood that. But the notable thing is that Delano Bergzorg and obviously Danny Ward returned onto the bench, which of course was massive for us. It was good to see those two because it just adds depth to that bench that we've, and looking at the bench, you would think to yourself, yeah, we've got quite a good bench there. By the way, before I actually start the actual game, obviously, and kind of take you through the game as it happened, I haven't got my headset because obviously it's playing up a bit at the moment. Obviously, it was when I watched back one of my streams. Not that I watched back myself because that's quite sad, but I mean, because I just wanted to check the audio, and the audio was quite crackly, I think. So it looks like I'm going to have to look and buy another headset at some point. But obviously, I hope you can all hear me okay. Using my iPad microphone's quite good anyway, so I don't think there's going to be an issue there. But I do like having the headset, but it's one of those things. Anyway, I just want to explain that. But yeah, I mean, obviously, the start of the game, I mean, look, we came out all guns blazing, didn't we, really? Obviously 17 seconds into the game, Sorba Thomas already running at the defence. Look, it says all you need to know really about the change we've seen in the past 3 games, really, under Werder, on the front foot from the outset and going after teams, to win the game. And it's just, I just can't believe it's such a transformation. It really is. And you've got to smile because it almost feels like we've got our football club back. We have, and it's such a nice feeling to see, the lads back on that pitch fighting for every ball and just putting on a show and showing that they care and showing that passion, that determination, and pride. Like I say, so yeah, it's just a joy to watch at the moment. It's so good. But yeah, like I say, Sorba Thomas obviously. Sorba Thomas has been superb. I think he's really finding the form that we saw a few seasons ago now. Obviously, not last season, but the season before that, in our run to the playoff final, I think he is showing some levels now, and it's good to see that because we all want a fiery Sorba Thomas and one that'll be consistent and produce for us. So yeah, it's good to see that. But yeah, like I said, we started the better team. Obviously, really tenacious in those tackles, and had a real threat on the break. And like I said, you could see a team battling and working hard for each other. And it's what we want to see. All these characteristics that we want to see in a Huddersfield performance. We're getting those at the moment. We really are, and more. So yeah, obviously Sunderland did actually start to find their way into the game. Obviously a few passing movements, but I think what we saw throughout the night really was some really top individual battles going on, weren't they? Across the pitch, which we're going to obviously talk about. Josh Carone obviously up against Luco 9, obviously the captain for Sunderland, up against Clark. I mean, Matty Feason walking off that pitch with Clark in his back pocket. Fantastic to see. And Matos, again, got Joe Bellingham in his back pocket as well. I mean, honestly, they were just a few battles to name a few, just to name a few really. But there were so many battles across the pitch. But yeah, we're going to go to the comments and we're going to keep going along with this game. But yeah, like I said, good start from us, but Sunderland did start to find the rhythm a bit. Blue Terry says, Andre Brighton writer. I hope I said that right. I'm not very good with pronunciations. Rumoured to be the new manager. Yeah, I saw that, and we are going to get into that Blue Terry a bit later on because obviously I've been doing my research on him. And yeah, we're going to talk about that to finish with later on. So yeah, thank you for that message. And yeah, we'll definitely cover that later. I thought Radoni was brilliant in the wing position. He was outstanding yesterday. I mean, yeah, he was, wasn't he? Because to say that's not his natural position, he was superb, wasn't he? He really was. And Radoni, yeah, he's just a star, isn't he? I love him. He's still, I still think there's more to come from Radoni. I really do. But, yeah, Radoni, I think he's just been brilliant. And yeah, like I said, yesterday was brilliant too. Can hear you better with that. Oh, can you? Right. I mean, yeah, like I said, I do like to have a bit of a mic that I can have. Obviously, if you can find a good quality one, it does kind of help with the audio. But if you can hear me okay like this, if you can hear me better without, then we're all right, aren't we? Aiden says, I think yesterday the bench was the strongest we've had in a long time. Yes, it was. It was. I definitely recognise that too. Obviously, that did help with Bergzorg and Danny Ward making the bench. And good to see those getting minutes as well later on in the match as well, just to build that minutes up in the tank, in the match situations. Evening to Joshua, evening to you. Hope you are well. Bruce says he's better than Noah. John Webb, he's better than Noah. I mean, listen, let's not put those two in the same bracket, yeah? Because Darren Moore does not, I don't think anybody wants to be compared with him. And in the utmost respect, I don't think anybody wants to have their name alongside Darren Moore. Because, I'm sorry, it was a disaster. Like I said, we all know how bad it was here. But yeah, listen, John Worthington is just completely and utterly transformed us. It's incredible, really. It's a remarkable job he's doing. I just, yeah, it's just amazing. Miles is 128 with Sky Bet, rumour done deal. Yeah, like I said, we will get into the manager situation later on, guys. But yeah, thank you for providing me with those messages there about that. But yeah, like I say, the first best chance came to us in the opening half an hour. Dan Ballard, which sold short, put into trouble, sort of latched onto it, ready to pounce. And like I said, really low cross in from Sorba. It looked like it was destined to find Wiles, but 09 obviously made the block. Then the ball landed really nicely with Kasumu right on the edge of the penalty area. Central, very nice area. All the goal to aim at. And obviously he just lacked composure, but that was a big chance for us. Put good movement, good chance created from Sorba. And yeah, Kasumu just lost that composure, as I said, but fired it wide. But yeah, like I said, we kept persisting, we kept coming at them, we kept trying to make things happen, and obviously our reward came in the 37th minute. Obviously a set piece. I love this set piece, by the way, that we had. Definite foul, on Kasumu. I mean, that was a horrible challenge by I think it was 09 that brought him down. I could be wrong, but anyway, it was a definite foul. But yeah, this set piece was really nice, wasn't it? Obviously, it's clearly something that was worked on in training, and the Sorba, Karoma, and Radoni all over this free kick. Like I say, a really inviting area. So Thomas and Karoma had their backs to goal, which obviously then partly blocked Patterson's view in the Sunderland goal. Karoma obviously flicked the ball at the last second to Radoni, who was swerved before shooting. Obviously the keeper parries it out, and Matty Pearson, there he is, ready and waiting, reacts to it quickest. Obviously bundles it over the line, and I think, you know what, we deserve that. We did, we played some brilliant football, in that first half. So, like I say, you earn your own luck in this game, I believe, don't you? And I think if you keep going forward, and you keep going after the opposition, getting the opposition faces, you do earn your own luck, and we deserve that. And it was a brilliant moment for Pearson. His second goal in concession now. Obviously, so that was good to see. But so like I say, we definitely had the better of the first half. Sunderland's best moment though came in stoppage time. Obviously, Daniel hit it. See, Nichols kind of struggled with it, didn't struggle dealing with this one actually, and obviously it went out for a corner, kind of fumbled on it, didn't he? But yeah, obviously nothing came of that, and we did see out the first half. Second half, obviously we did come out quickly again. Actually, so we got a free kick in a good area. Karoma obviously hit it, and it came off the near post. Really, really good effort. Quite unlucky, actually. I thought that was destined for the back of the net when he hit that. But yeah, obviously it came off the post. Then obviously at the other end, Clark escaped. Pearson for once, very, very rare that he did, because Pearson did a number in all night. Obviously set up Bellingham. Low shot was held by Nichols. But yeah, like I said, Balke, I mean, by the way, let's just talk about Balke here. He is phenomenal. He's so quick, and so much composure on the ball. He was superb. And yeah, really impressive. So the game was starting to get a bit lively. With the next action, I've seen Bellingham clear Radoni's flicked header off the line from a Thomas corner. Which, by the way, it was cleared off the line by Bellingham. But let me tell you, let me show you this graphic, guys. And we are going to get into the comments in a moment. Don't worry, I've not forgotten about you in the chat there. We're going to have a look at this. Look at this. And we've all seen it. We've probably seen it back. But look at this. How is this not a handball? It should have been a penalty, a clear penalty. I could see in real time it was a penalty, yeah? And the referee just ignored it. And I'm sorry, that was blatant. So, yeah, very lucky for Sunderland to get away with that, Bellingham. And, yeah, that was a definite penalty. We can all see it. But, yeah, let's get into the comments because we have missed a few. Tom Lee's, I mean, we're going to get into that. I mean, yeah, it was like deja vu all over again, wasn't it, that moment? The Keefe Cannavaro, indeed, he is. He is. We love him to bits as well. Blue Terry says, how Sunderland didn't go down. Yeah, I mean, listen, we're going to get into that in a minute. Luca now got a yellow card for a bad foul. Yeah, I think it was that foul on it for the first goal. I think it was the first goal. He got a booking for that, yeah. Balka equals Van Dijk. I mean, he really has got so much to his game. I'm going to get into his kind of performance a bit later on when we look at individual players. But yeah, superb. Obviously, he did have to come off with a slight. I'm not sure what was wrong with him, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's one of those. Hopefully, he's okay. But yeah, I mean, obviously, then yeah, this is where. Obviously, after that, Balka did have to come off. Nakayama came on, 61st minute. It was a blow, that. I won't say I was fearing the words, but I thought to myself, oh, I really hope this doesn't cost us here, with us having to take off Balka. But so it didn't, thankfully, so Nakayama did well when he came on, to be fair. So more convinced on the restart. Sunderland then went close when Neil's really good cross evaded everyone before floating just wide of the far post, and that was a bit of a nerve-wracking moment. So then a few subs for us. Obviously, Matos came off for Hogg. I mean, Matos. I mean, listen, Matos. What a player! I mean, we're going to get into him, but he was incredible. He was one of the star performers last night. He just gets better and better the more I see of him, and he's just the all-round midfielder you want in that midfield. He's just so special. But yeah, like I say, he did come off. He absolutely emptied the tank, and he obviously came off for Hogg in the 74th minute. Koroma for Ward. Obviously, Ward got some minutes, so he got the final. I think in the end, it was like 20 minutes once it was injury time. Ward got, which is good for him. Get those minutes in the legs. Koroma obviously did well, but obviously just freshen it up a bit up there with Ward coming on. Wiles obviously came off for Bergzorg in the 80th minute. So again, obviously Bergzorg has been out for quite a while as well, and he came on in the 80th minute. And Spencer, wow, Brody Spencer, again, just superb, impressive. I'm just running out of words to describe. I think we need to send more players up to Scotland, because if they come back like Spencer has, I mean, unbelievable how he's just come back, and it's like he's a new player. He's a completely new player, So yeah, obviously Jackson came on for him. So the game, yeah, I mean, look. This is where we talk about the red. What should have been a red card. Obviously, Pearson came away after a crossing from Sunderland, I believe it was, wasn't it? Obviously, it was clear Lees got stuck in, and Pearson then brought it away. And then Romain Mundle was lucky, very lucky, not to be sent off. Because I'm sorry. How is this not a red card? I'm going to get you the graphic up here. Well, I'm sure we've looked back at it anyway ourselves, but we're going to get you up here. Look at this. Look how high this was. That could have broken his leg. That's how bad this was. And the referee just stood there and absolutely did nothing. He booked him, yeah, but it was a clear red. It was a clear red. And if this is not a red card, I'm sorry. It's just crazy. And that referee, we get bad referees every week, yeah. But that referee was a complete and utter disgrace. He was a disgrace. And that could have broken his leg, and that was definitely a red card. Yes, he wasn't two-footed, but look how high he was on Pearson there. The challenge stood showing, disgusting challenge. So yeah, that's what I'm going to say about that unbelievable, shocking decision. But yeah, let's have a look at the comments as well. Now we've got. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The referees in the AFL are absolutely deluded. Again, going against us all the time. I mean, the thing is, yeah, we always seem to get the worst referees of every game that we play. Everybody else seems to get priority, and we're left with blooming clowns like he was last night. And the previous Sheffield Wednesday, when we played Sheffield Wednesday, he was another terrible one as well. So, yeah, we don't get anything. We're literally playing against 12 in a game, basically, because yeah, the referees are just just don't like us. If Liverpool fans saw this, they would be going mad. Yeah, they would probably not know who he is. Okay. Aiden says, Alex Matos shows passion every time. He always leaves the field with the most mud on his shirt. It just shows his passion for the football club. Yeah, he loves a challenge, doesn't he? And he gets a challenge in every opportunity. He's just a joy to watch. He is, at 19 as well, just an unbelievable talent, Matos, and we love having him. Yeah, we love him. I love him. We won't want to let him go at the end of the season, will we? I mean, he can come back on loan next season if he likes. I wouldn't mind that at all. But let's obviously see out this season first before we think about that. Even the Sunderland commentators have said he was lucky he wasn't a red. Yeah, which speaks volumes when when that happens. So yeah, it was definitely a red card, no question. Big up to Anthony. Hello, Anthony. How are you doing? Thank you for nipping in. 10 likes so far. Yep, nice one. I'll never forget when Warnock pulled a letter out of his pocket from the FA about a goal we should have had and read it to the press. Blue Terry says, I mean, yeah, honestly, we get nothing from the referees. We know that. Now, don't take this the wrong way, y'all, but I fear this week's referee on Saturday as well. Well, who is it, Darren? Has it been announced yet, the referees for this weekend? Yeah, or is it? They will have been, wouldn't they? Oh, my. We're always up against the bad rep. We're always up against shocking referees anyway. Anyway, obviously, as the game progressed, I mean, Sunderland had a brilliant chance, didn't they, in injury time. Nichols, what a save. What a save. This moment, yeah, by Nichols, he's huge. Obviously Hume went clear on through on goal, but Nichols stood strong, stood big, and he obviously stopped it. I think it was Hume that went through, or was it somebody else? Hang on a minute. Anyway, somebody for Sunderland went through, obviously, but Nichols, what a save. Unbelievable. That is a crucial moment in our season, that just that one moment. And then, like I say, Nichols again came to the rescue. So Lees, like we already mentioned it in the chat there, deja vu all over again, like Saturday, where he put into his own net, but this time Nichols was able to, obviously get it over the bar and out of play. So I couldn't watch that. It was such a nerve-wracking ending, wasn't it? I don't know about anybody else, but we were on the edge of our seats, those final minutes, and especially when these chances arose in the injury time. But I think, look, this performance, obviously we saw out the game, and the atmosphere at the full-time whistle was of pure relief and delight, of course. Very happy. Yeah, it was brilliant. But yeah, I think this is what I call a real team performance. Proper team performance. Very positive on the front foot again. Same as what we've seen in the past couple of games under Worthington. So took the game to them, got in the faces, like I said, didn't let them have any time. Obviously, they did get through a few times, but the most impressive thing about it is that we kept their key players quiet for the majority of the night, and that takes some doing when they have obviously got some good players in there. It just shows how well we actually played. So yeah, obviously, definitely a special mention to everyone in the squad because they all played their part, you know. But obviously, I do want to mention a few that obviously excelled and stood out for me. To be honest with you, I could go through the whole team and we could be here all night because it was that kind of performance where everybody was just doing so well. But obviously, there were a few players that I really loved to see. Obviously, they really played well. And Blue Terrier says Rebecca Walsh. Or is it Rebecca? Is it Rebecca Welsh? To be honest with you, I've not seen her refereeing before, so obviously I make judgment when I see her. But yeah, I mean, like I said, all the referees seem to be against this, so we're just kind of used to it now. But it still doesn't get any less frustrating for us because it's just not fair, is it? You know, we just want a referee that is fair for both teams. That's all we want. We're not asking for much. Bristol City had a good win over Southampton 3-1. Didn't expect that from my home team. Yeah, I saw that was on the telly, wasn't it? I watched that. Yeah, I watched that game. It was a really good game, actually. And obviously, Bristol played well and deserved the win. So, yeah, fair play to Bristol. And Southampton, obviously, his run came to an end. It's a shame that we couldn't do that at the weekend in terms of ending their unbeaten run. But we still did ourselves proud. Blue says at least it isn't Jeremy Simpson. I mean, yeah. Oh, gosh. But yeah, obviously, as I said, let's talk about Matos. Absolutely unbelievable performance. You know, he worked his socks off. Like I said, kept Joe Bellingham very quiet. And every chance he got to get a foot in, he did just that. He loves the tackle. He loves getting stuck in. They're very lively going forward. He's really good going forward as well. And he's very lively in that aspect. Should have got a penalty. Forgot about that. He should have got a penalty as well when he was brought down in the area. But the referee again ignored it. So I'm sorry. This match, we should have had 2 penalties and 2 red cards, if we're being truthful, because that Bellingham handball, and then obviously Mundell, that horrible challenge on Pearson, and then Matos was clean through and he got wiped out. But I don't know who it was now, but he got wiped out, and you know, just unbelievable. Like I say, the thing about Matos as well is everywhere, isn't it? He's absolutely everywhere on the pitch. Such a powerful engine he has. Brings out, and I think he also brings out the best in the players around him as well. For example, Kasumu that played alongside him. He really brought the best out of Kasumu that were next to him. So, honestly, Matos, we're going to have a look at some of his stats actually in this game, Matos. Because, yeah, it's really, really, really impressive. Here's his stats in the game. Obviously, final third passes, he made 8. Minutes played, obviously, 74. So, good minutes in the tank for him again. 31 touches. The duels he won was 5. A recovery is 4. Yeah, like I say, always, you know, the recovery runs is so quick. And, yeah, impressive. And tackles, obviously, 2. So, yeah, these stats say all really... a really strong performance, and yeah, he's a superstar. He is. He's a superstar. I just love watching him play. He's just a joy to have in our team, isn't he? And I always look forward to seeing him play every game. So yeah, big up to Matos. Unbelievable. What a player he is. But yeah, we're gonna get into the. I'm gonna see if we're missing any comments here. Bobby's in. Big up, Ryan. He says, and everyone in the chat. Yeah, big up to you, Bobby. Hope you're well, mate. Thank you for dropping by. And yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well anyway. But yeah. Yeah, and that brings me on to obviously Kasumu. Again, Kasumu played fantastic. And to say that I was going to leave him out, you know, it's a good job I don't pick the team, isn't it? Because he wasn't actually in my starting lineup when I did my preview show the other day for this game. But yeah, obviously, really solid performance. Fantastic work in the midfield. Broke up play so well, similar to Matos. And also, And this is another thing that applies to Mattis as well. So they help provide that extra support for Matty Pearson down that right hand side. Obviously, he did need a bit of support sometimes, so obviously players tracked back and helped him. But also, he was really looking to get us moving forward too, and that's what I love to see as well. So yeah, really, really, really good. Really top performance. I'm going through all the team here, but it's just next up, Radoni. We've mentioned Radoni earlier on. Really impressive again. Got on this. I think he technically could claim the assist because obviously his shot did come off the keeper back out to Pearson, who was there. So technically, he was involved in the goal. So maybe an assist, I don't know. Like I say, his off the ball work tonight was fantastic. Worked back incredibly well again. His work rate is second to none. Like I say, always look lively going forward, trying to make things happen. He always does that. And as I said to you, he wasn't even in his natural position last night. And, he's just prepared to do what he's asked of him. He's not going to complain. He's just going to get on with it. And he did really well in that position, obviously on the wing. And yeah, he's looking more and more a complete midfielder into his time goes on. So I'm really happy for Radoni. I love Radoni. I've always been a big admirer of him. I know obviously he's took a bit of time maybe for him to adjust to Championship football, but I think we're starting to really see levels in his performance, at this level. And so I'm really pleased for him, and long may it continue. Miles says Radoni outstanding. Yeah, he was once, absolutely. And we have to mention Balka in this game. I thought Balka was immense before he came off. He looks the real deal in that defence for us. His recovery speed, unbelievable. Very comfortable on the ball. But that also helped, with so much composure in, and that allows us to play through that midfield. So he wins his head. Obviously, he's got a big presence about him. Just an all-round very solid defender into his Balka. And I just can't wait to see him alongside. I don't want to, obviously, but I can't wait to see him alongside Helik. I said it before when he came in. He would, for him to play alongside, for them two to play with each other, that is just a match made in heaven for me. Obviously, we haven't seen it yet, but obviously, hopefully soon we can. But yeah, brilliant addition to the defence, and what a little gem we found there with him. Really good sign, really strong signing. Brody Spencer, look, just wow. He was immense. Again, he gave everything. He's big, he's powerful, he's quick, and he's so confident. He's everywhere. So much composure. It just makes me speechless. Brody Spencer is just an amazing player for us, and he's come back from his spell in Scotland, and I don't think we ever expect to see him as good as this, did we? I don't think. Well, I certainly didn't. And yeah, he's proving what he can do now, and really, really, obviously, really happy for him. And like I say, Sorba, we mentioned Sorba earlier, but obviously I'll mention him quickly again. Sorba Thomas, like I say, he just looks like a guy that is really enjoying his football again. The freedom he's got playing in the role he does. The assists, the contributions now are similar levels to, and the level of the performances as well by him are similar levels to what we saw 2 seasons ago. In that really strong season when we got to the playoff final. So honestly, yes, obviously last season was quite poor, really poor from him, but we're starting to see the old Sorba back, and like I said again, long may it continue. And he looks like he's going to do something every time he goes forward now, doesn't he? And you know that he's going to. He's going to do something in every game. So, yeah, honestly, Sorba Thomas, unbelievable and brilliant. And obviously Pearson as well gets a special mention because, like I said, he did really amazing up against Clark, held his own, got stuck in, also got the winning goal. typical Matty Pearson goal, top performance. So yeah, like I say, a few of our players had Sunderland players in their back pockets leaving the John Smith Stadium last night. So yeah, really, really impressive indeed. But yeah, that's my players that I've kind of picked. I could mention the whole team, and I've probably gone through like literally half of the team, so that speaks volumes. Blue Terrier says he's magic, you'll never get past Radinho. Sorry, that was a really bad, really bad at singing attempt there, but yeah. That ball from Balka to Sorb in the first, yeah, unbelievable. He's got such a range of passes on, isn't he? He's just got it all. He's just got it all, hasn't he? So let's get into player ratings. So guys, if you want to play along as we go along, let me know your ratings. So we're going to start with Nichols in goal. So what are we going to give Nichols last night? Obviously, he did have trouble with that strike from Neil before the break. He was booked for time wasting. And also, he made 2 impressive late saves, like I said earlier, as we was going through the game. Yeah, Nichols, really good. A bit of a shaky moment in that, in that first chance, but the chance before the break, sorry. But yeah, I think I have to give Nichols a solid 7. I think he did what he needed to do, but Sunderland was quite. We didn't let Sunderland through that many times, did we? I thought we limited them to such little chances, and when they did get a chance, I know they had a few chances that were quite clear on goal kind of chances, but we managed the game very well, and I feel like we controlled that game very well. Even though towards the end it didn't feel like it, because obviously they were pushing up and trying to obviously chase that equaliser, but yeah, obviously we always kept trying to get the ball and obviously trying to break off that, but yeah, it was very nerve-wracking ending to that game. Obviously, brilliant scenes at the end when we managed to see it out. But yeah, Ed says missing Jack Clark was confirmed. Confirmed missing last night. Rumours tells us he was last seen in Pearson's pocket. Oh, oh, it's just brilliant, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. I love that. Miles says a 7 for Nichols. Yeah, I agree. That's definitely a solid 7 there for Nichols. Josh, you said the players in a player's pocket phrase is getting old. That, no, to be fair, isn't it? It's still a phrase that's used in football terms. I disagree there. But yeah, Pearson next up. So what are we going to give Pearson? So like I say, he stuck to his guns with Clark. And had the obviously considerable bonus of opening the scoring too. Did put in a shift. Really did well up against Clark. Won his tackles. Got stuck in when he needed to, and also is lucky not to be leaving the field on a stretcher after that horrendous challenge on Mundle, which we've already mentioned. But yeah, it's I just can't get over that challenge. I just can't. But a horrible challenge. But yeah, obviously great performance from Pearson. So for me, I think maybe I'm being harsh on Pearson, but I think Pearson deserves an 8 for that performance from Pearson. Balka next up then, like I say, was restored to the starting lineup and was really very, very good, very impressive, as I said earlier. So just a shame he did come off early with an injury just after the hour, but superb performance. For me, I have to give Balka an 8, a solid 8 for me. Superb. But yeah, let's have a look. It says Nichols 7, Pearson 9. Blue Terry, you've gone for your full predictions, so you've gone for Nichols 7 and Pearson 9. So yeah, Pearson's getting a lot of high ratings. 8 from you for Pearson. Miles, and 8 for Balka for you as well. So same as me. But yeah, thank you guys for getting involved in the ratings. I like to hear from you in the chat. Obviously, Brodie Spencer up next. Yeah, some really surging runs into he made. Obviously, linked well with. I love that kind of connection that Sauber and Spencer have. You know, I think they complement each other so well. It looks a real talent, like I say. Still early days, but it looks a really strong player that will be a big part of our future plans. So yeah, for me, I give Spencer an 8. I do. I give him an 8. Aiden says Balkan 9. Nice. Well, yeah. Like I say, I get all your ratings. To be fair, I understand them. So yeah, it's a good argument for that to have happen. Kasumu. So he did miss a good chance, as I mentioned earlier, but put himself about and had an influence for spells in the game too. So he was a really good form from him. I'll give him a solid 7 for Kasumu. Let me know what you're going to give Kasumu for his performance. Let's have a look at Blue Terrier's rating for. So you've gone for Balka 8.5, and I've actually missed Lee's, which is very bad of me. So we're going to go back to Lee's actually. But you've given a Kasumu a 7, yeah. So we're going to go back to Lee's. How dare I forget about Lee's? You know, that is very bad of me indeed. Lee's, for me, I think Lee's played well in parts. Obviously, he did nearly score an own goal again, which obviously was like deja vu from the Southampton game. Luckily, this time he didn't go in the back of the net. I give Lee's a 7. I think, yeah, 7. Even though, yeah, I think what you see is what you get with Lee's. You know, a typical Lee's performance, very reliable, and it does what he has to do. Obviously, like I said, a few that odd shaky moment he can have, but more often than not, he's a solid player. Blue Terrier says 6.5 for Lee's. 9. I've forgotten who that's for now, Miles. I should really, if you don't mind putting the name next to it, because sometimes you don't always think. Was that for Spencer or Balka? I don't know. Anyway, 6.5 for Lee's. Aiden says, yeah, it was a good performance. Maybe it was a 6.5 kind of performance. Miles says a 7. That was for Kasumu, I believe. Yeah, because that was for Kasumu. Oh no, I'm getting confused. That was 7 for Kasumu from Miles. Spencer 8. What a young talent indeed, Aiden. Kasumu 7.5, and Lee's a 6. Miles has gone with. So yeah, thank you for those. So yeah, we're back. We've done Kasumu. So now we're going to go to Matos. Wow, I mean, literally, this guy, I've been raving about him since we came live here. But yeah, honestly, for me, Matos was the best we've seen Matos. I have to go with a 9 for Matos. I think it was just unbelievable. Loves a challenge, and he's coming along very nicely. Like I say, booked for taking out Neil. Like I say, he loves the challenge, but many a times he won the ball as well in good areas, good into, you know, really broke up play so well and got us in motion going forward. So yeah, 9 from me for Matos. What do you think Matos deserves? Everybody, let me know in the chat. Matos, let me know. Blue Terrier agrees with me. He's gone for a 9 for Matos. And Miles has gone for... Aiden's gone for a 9. Indeed. And Miles has gone for a 9 as well. So yeah, thank you for those. we're in agreement there. Redone, like I said, he operated on the right-hand side, key part in the opener. Like I said, worked hard to help Pearson with Clark and went close with a second-half header as well, obviously, which had Bellingham not have handballed it, it would have gone in. So, you know. But, yeah, so for me, Redone, an 8. I think Redone was superb. Let me know what you're going to give Redone in the chat as well. Blue Terrier's gone for 8 for Redone too. So yeah. Wiles, we're going to do Wiles whilst we wait for a few others maybe to get their ratings in for Redone. Wiles, I think he produced some good stuff at times in the 10 row, especially in the first half. But yeah, I mean, he didn't stop going, to be fair, but I don't think he was as effective as what we've seen in the past, to be fair. So probably give Wiles a 7, to be honest with you. I think, yeah, he did all right, but maybe I should go a bit lower, maybe 6.5. For Wiles, maybe that's been harsh. Because he did do some good moments in the first half. Now I'm going to stick with a 7, to be fair, for Wiles. Miles gone for an 8.5 for Redone, nice. And Aiden's gone for a 9 for Redone, nice one. Nice, I like those. Very high scores as we expect. Wiles a 6.7. That was very precise, Aiden. That was very precise. Let's have a look at what Blue Terrier said about Redone and Wiles. 8 for Redone and Wiles 6.8. Very precise. Miles gone for a 7 as well, so same as me. Next player, obviously, Sorba Thomas. Set the tone from the off into with that surging run he made. A real talisman in our team now, and you know, playing some fantastic football. So for me, I give Thomas an 8. I think he was just unbelievable, and yeah, always involved in the attacks, always looking dangerous, and yeah, superb. So for me, an 8. What are you guys going to give Sorba Thomas? Let me know. Blue Terrier, what did you give Sorba? You've given him an 8 as well for Sorba. We're going to go on to Koroma whilst we wait for ratings for Sorba. Koroma, I think he did have a good battle with 09. Seemed to enjoy it. Hit the post with a free kick. I think it was a solid 7 for Koroma, to be honest with you. I think he played well, but yeah, he wasn't. I don't think he was as effective as what we've seen in the past, obviously. But still played well, don't get me wrong. So yeah, good performance from Koroma. What are you guys going to give Koroma? I've gone for a 7. So you've gone for a Thomas. You've gone Thomas 8. Yeah, same as me. And you, Aiden, you've gone Sorba Thomas 7.5. And Aiden has gone for Koroma 7.5. What's Blue Terrier gone with? Let's go back up to his ratings. Koroma a 7 as well. Yeah. And Miles says Koroma a 7. Yeah. So we're all in agreement pretty much with Koroma. So the subs, obviously, let's get to the subs now. Nakayama obviously came on for Balka. I mean, I think Nakayama did quite well when he came on, to be honest with you. I think he looked good. Didn't do anything bad, really. So I'm going to give him a 6. Obviously, he did come on quite late, so I'm not going to give him as high a rating. But he did more than okay, obviously. You usually set the bar at 5. Any player that comes on or starts gets a 5 automatically. And then, but yeah, he deserves a 6 for me, Nakayama. So what are you guys going to give Nakayama? Let me know in the chat. But we will go on to the next one. Hogg, again, I think Hogg did good when he came on. I think this role really suits Hogg, you know, coming off the bench and seeing out a game. You know, you can rely on him to see out a game for us. I think he deserves a 6 for this performance from Hogg. Ward obviously came on for Koroma. I'm going to give Ward a 6. I think he did okay, but yeah, can't go higher than a 6. Jackson, a 6. Yeah, decent performance from him when he came on. And Bergzorg, who looked very lively. I forgot about that. He did have a chance, didn't he, Bergzorg? Raced through. And yeah, Bergzorg he didn't nearly score, but obviously he did get a shot on goal, which was quite comfortable for the keeper. So for me, Bergzorg has to get a 6 as well. So let's have a look. Let's have a catch up with the comments. Let's see what you've rated, people. Miles says Nakayama a 6. Yuta 6.5. Aiden says Ward a 5. Joseph, you're in. Yeah, I think I missed your message, didn't you, earlier? He said hello. I think everyone played a 7, but Pearson 8.5. So yeah, hello to you, Joseph. Welcome on in. So yeah, 6.5 for Yuta for Joseph. No, we've gone for that. Ward a 5. Says I don't know why that's gone off. Hogger 6.5 from Joseph. Thank you all for getting involved in the ratings. I really do like this interactive kind of way, seeing what everybody else thinks. But yeah, Joe's going for 6.5 for Hog. Ward 6. Yeah, Miles says. Jackson a 5. Joseph said. Jackson a 6. Miles said. Miles says Bergzorg a 6.5. Joseph said Bergzorg a 6. And Aiden, final ratings from Aiden. Ward a 5. Hog is 6.8. You are very precise with your ratings here. How do you work out that 0.8 of a performance? You might as well round it to 7. Bergzorg is 7 and Jackson is 6. Well, thank you all very much for your contributions throughout the play ratings part of the show. Really appreciate that. So yeah, final thoughts on the game. Then obviously, yeah, I think we fully deserve to win the game. To be honest with you, I do. I think we were quite unlucky not to find the net more than once, weren't we, really? Because obviously we did have a few opportunities. I know they did have a few as well. But if you look at it from our perspective, obviously we did win 1-0, but it was a very entertaining 1-0. And I think that we could have scored a few more goals and probably should have done as well with the chances that we had. But, the intent was there, the positivity was there, and, we did our best. And it was a performance, I feel, that was full of grit, determination. That real gritty performance that you need sometimes. And 1-0 scoreline, a clean sheet. Without mentioning that, have we? A clean sheet. Really good to get a clean sheet as well. So let's just put this right here. We've had 2 clean sheets out of 3 under Worthington. We've scored 8 goals in 3 matches, and we've got 6 points from 9. I mean, talk about unbelievable stats to read off there in terms of what we've actually produced. Just unbelievable. And what I will say is the atmosphere as well. I said before this game, the atmosphere, we need to increase the levels even more than we did against Wednesday. And my goodness, the atmosphere was superb. So much louder from the very first minute to the last. We were right there with the lads, and we helped them over the line. And yeah, I thought it was the best atmosphere we've had for such a long time. So really good to see, and hopefully we can keep that atmosphere and keep, we definitely will keep the atmosphere whilst we're playing like this. Yeah, really good. But yeah, a joy to watch performance. Again, this time, getting the result though as well. We performed well, but we also got the result in this one. That's really good. Clean sheet, as I said. And yeah, I said earlier, the transformation we've made under Worthington is just remarkable. It's like we have a new team. Literally, these players are literally like a new team, and I just think so much passion, commitment, and effort, and I'm just delighted. It's just nice to have that feel-good factor back into it, really. We go to games now, and we get, like I said, as soon as the final, I don't know about anybody else, but as soon as the final whistle went on last night, I was thinking for the next game, I can't wait for the next game. We haven't said that. We haven't been able to say that for ages. We haven't been able to get up on match day and feel excited for a match, have we? But in the past few games, we have. So it's just such a refreshing change, and it's like I said earlier, we just feel like we've got our football club back. It just fills me with so much joy and just makes me smile. It does. It just means it's just a nice feeling. Miles listened to the Sunderland blog, not happy at all with their performance. I mean, yeah, obviously we really did nullify their strengths, and yeah, I know we did have a few moments where we could have conceded, but for the majority of it, we literally controlled that game, and I think that's really impressive against a side that's flying high, obviously pushing for the playoffs. So yeah, I think it's all to do with our performance and how we played, and we didn't let them play, did we? We didn't allow them to play. Joseph, did Jack Clark play the second half yesterday, or was he in Pearson's pocket? I mean, Jack Clark's coming in for some banter tonight, isn't he? But we love to see it. I mean, listen, Pearson just had him in his back pocket, as I said. So yeah, I mean, I think Jack Clark went missing, if I'm honest, for most of that game. Aidan says Worthington needs one more win to win the same amount of matches as Darren Moore, and he's only had 3 games, so it just tells you. I mean, it does, doesn't it? You make a really valid point. I mean, we've said it before, haven't we, on streams, where just what a big difference it makes when you play on the front foot, you play positively, you look to go forward at every opportunity. You get in the opposition's faces, get stuck in, and just show that all those characteristics that you want to see, effort, commitment, passion, desire, all these things, pride in the shirt. Have pride in that shirt that you're wearing, and it's all there. It's all there, and we're seeing our rewards on the pitch because of that. The mentality, the approach, everything. It's the confidence in the group, and that's all down to one man, and that is obviously Worthy. He's very humble, Worthy. He won't ever give himself credit, because he said, "Look, no, I'm just helping. It's all on the play. It's all the players." But he's too humble for my liking. I think, you know what, Worthy, he's everything to do with this. He's why this is happening. So I think he needs to give him some credit. Really, he needs to give himself some credit, should I say? Because we all credit him since he's been in the role. We've given him lots of credit, which he deserves. Blue Taylor says someone were really relying on Jack Clark. Yeah, it seemed to be, didn't it? It seemed to be, and it seemed to be that they were relying on him quite a lot. And yeah. So, are you joking, Blue Terrier? Are you actually joking, man? Are you actually joking? Oh my goodness! Why has this happened when I've come online? What bad timing! I wish I would have been offline by now. But yes, we have had it confirmed. I've just seen it on social media. Andre Breitenreiter as the new head coach of Huddersfield Town has been confirmed. Andre joins the Terriers on a contract until 2026, which is a shorter contract, interestingly enough, and will take control of the first team next week commencing the 19th of February. So Jonathan Worthington will take the game this weekend, and then Andre will start his work on Monday. But wow, I was literally ruined by my kind of bits that I had to say at the end. But yeah, I mean, wow, that was something that seemed to look likely. But I'm going to just before we do get into that, by the way, we're just going to have a look at a few things, and then we're going to get back to the manager. But let's get the comment off. Oh my goodness. going to say, I love this quote from Worthy after the game. You know, he said, obviously, it's a squad effort, and that's what every game needs to be. That's what I believe in. Everyone fighting for each other, and yeah, there's that fight in there. There's that pure fight amongst the squad, and yeah, I thought that quote was just spot on from him, really. Let's have a look at the table then. So after that win, we have increased our lead. That gap, sorry, not lead. That gap at the bottom. Obviously, QPR ended up losing, and we won. So now it's 5 points the gap. We've got that cushion, and we can now start to look up the table, can't we, rather than down. Another win on Saturday, and we could be as high up as 16th, which would just be remarkable. So yeah, the table is looking very, very good for us. But yeah, let's just get back to this then. So I'm gonna do a video, by the way, on the manager, but we're just gonna have a look at the new manager. But we're gonna just go through a few things. So yeah, I did my research before. So obviously he's 50 years of age. He's German. He's coached for most of his coaching career. He's coached in Germany for most of his coaching career, but he did start out at FC Zurich in Switzerland. His latest position was at Hoffenheim. Before that, he was at Hanover, Paderborn, and FC Schalke. The style of play that I've seen that he likes to play is that high press attacking style of football, which is exactly what we're doing now, isn't it, really? And I've been really encouraged by what I've read about this guy, that's for sure. But yeah, that's kind of a bit of kind of information about him. But yeah, wow, we have a new manager, so exciting times. Obviously, hopefully, I'm kind of worried really, because I don't want the momentum to we don't want the momentum to stop, do we? Obviously, after the weekend, but also I think it gives a chance, obviously, to thank Worthy for what he's done, obviously, in his last few games too on Saturday. So I'm glad that the club are allowing him to take that game, and then obviously the new guy will start on Monday. But yeah, I mean, wow. I mean, I'm kind of speechless at the moment. That's a real coup, Miles said. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know much about him. We've done well to pull this off, and people called Nagel tight. I mean, yeah, like I said, I had to do my research before, so I don't know much about this guy that's coming in, but yeah, we obviously will give him our backing and support, and we'll see how we fare. Who likes the high press? Get your money on for the playoffs next season. Well, fingers crossed, Miles. But yeah, he does like the high press, like I said. So looks very encouraging. But we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, who would have thought? Breaking news as we've come off, as we've been live. Andre Brighton-Writer. I will actually get the pronunciation right. I'm sure he'll help us with that when he comes in, when we first hear him speak for the first time. That pronunciation is probably quite bad from me, but yeah, we have a new manager, guys. Andre will start on Monday, so interesting times ahead for the football club. But yeah, it's been a good stream. That is the end of the stream. I might do a video on the new manager, but I think I may leave it until after this weekend. Oh, I'm not sure yet. I might do some extra content on the manager. The only thing I want to know, how are we going to sing his name in the Bar Miami chant? I mean, we'll think of something, won't we? We'll think of something, but I don't know, That's something to think about, isn't it? That's something to think about as we go away tonight. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. I really do appreciate all your contributions, comments, support for the channel. If you are watching this on playback, make sure you get your comments in. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. It would mean a lot to me. Obviously, we're on the road to 500 subs now, so it'd be good to kind of keep progressing nicely on that regard. But yeah, it's been a great stream. I've enjoyed it. Huge win for the football club, obviously, yesterday. let's keep building on Saturday. I will be back live tomorrow for a preview to our game this weekend, of course. I was going to do the two together, but I'm glad I haven't now, because sometimes I didn't want to say quite a lot on this game tonight, so kind of glad that I've kind of done it obviously separately. So we'll focus on Hull tomorrow. We'll focus on our game against Hull this weekend, tomorrow night, same time, 7 o'clock. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you for your support. Ian says, great live stream, mate, up the town indeed, Aidan. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. But yeah, have a good rest of the evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow. As always, up the town. And for now, until after Saturday, John Worthington's Barmy Army. Come on, town. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Everybody. Good night.